So Bernard, not a bad way to bounce back from a disappointing result on Tuesday night.
Yeah, great result. It's good to stand here, not banging the drum about how well we played and not picked a result up. Probably the opposite today in terms of great result, average performance, in my opinion. And when I say that, Marine are set up to spoil, and they're good at what they do. Today I just think we had too much from first half especially. I think there was a lack of respect shown from them in terms of what we are. We capitalised on that. We got our goals. Soft goal to give away. But in general, we've got to be really pleased with the result. We now sort of look like we've scored 9 goals in 3 games. Like I say, disappointed about the goal. They'll be disappointed about the goals they've conceded. But for us, I just think it sort of epitomises where we are at times. Do some great stuff. First goal, great move. Second goal, great move. And then the goal that we give away is they don't have to work to score. And that's the really disappointing thing. I think you go back to Tuesday night, score straight from a corner. Our second goal's our free kick. We put our hand down, we play, we give it away, they score. So we just got to tighten our belt a little bit where in terms of conceding. And that's not the back three, by the way. That's not us as a defensive unit. That's in general. But yeah, delighted with the result.
Yeah, some great performances as well today. I thought the 2 candidates for man of the match for me were Michael Afue, and ultimately for me it was Dan Gardner that just edged it. But 2 of them, what did you make of their afternoons today?
Yeah, Dan is, in terms of it's his first start, he's got an unbelievable delivery, and Dan controls the game as good as anyone we've got. He was a part of a side that has won 4-1 today, so it's not a fluke. He's come in, he's given us that sort of calmness on the ball, deadly on sets, and we've worked hard on sets, and Dan's been an integral part of delivering, and we've executed that today. Michael Afue, he's been coming, he's been playing well every game. We've played well the majority of the season. I thought Brad Jackson was very good. The second goal, it gets us up the pitch. I thought Lois was outstanding. I thought Ollie Thornley's been consistent. Brad Roscoe. I think when you win 4-1 against the Marine side, everybody has to buy in. Everybody's got to be a 7 and an 8. And we're not talking about Jordan and Rio here. We're talking about everybody else. Where we find ourselves 2-0 up, great head from Jordan, and then Rio doing what Rio does. So, but yeah, say in terms of the squad today, delighted. Bit of rotation. We brought Dan in and Sarge back into the team, left George and Danny Greenfield out, who've been outstanding in both games away at Oxford and South Shields, who've covered every grain of grass in both games. So that was good that we can do that. And again, rewarded with the results. So everything's sort of gone to plan today, and we can enjoy a weekend.
You touched on about how it's all gone to plan. What was the difference, you feel, from Tuesday night to today's performance?
Well, Tuesday night you're playing against a side that they're the best I've seen at what they do. I believe South Shields are set up to be with the ball. I don't think they're set up to defend. I think they see large proportions of the game having the ball and not defending. Their philosophy, they believe in it. I think it's a bit bizarre with some things they do, but in terms of what they are as a team, wow, they're very confident. When you've got the manager's grace to be able to go and brains are off. Sort of doesn't condone mistakes, but basically saying this is the way we play. If you make a mistake, that it's on me. When you've got when you're in an environment like that, and you're allowed to go out and express yourself, then 9 times out of 10, with the ability they've got, they're gonna be up there. Whereas today, no disrespect to Marine, but it's night and day. South Shields are top at league. Marine have now lost 3 or 4 on the bounce. But it's important to pay credit to Marine, because we did a lot of diligence on the Marine South Shields game, where I thought Marine was outstanding away at South Shields. Hence the reason we went there and had a go. So it's the league. I think the league's so tough. I think it's, you look at some of the results again today, it's bizarre. Sides, we go to Oxford and win 5-1, then go, they beat Overton 5-0 and win again today. So it's ups and downs. The side that stay most consistent throughout the season, which is an obvious statement to make, will be the one that wins the league.
Let's certainly hope that it's us. What do you think the difference was in terms of in front of goal? Was it a case of taking our chances when they were presented to us today?
I think, the conversation in the change room after the game on Tuesday was, how have we not scored today? Some games you'll knock on the door for 96, 97 minutes and it just won't go for you. Today, it's timing, it's position, it's quality from both wide men. Michael Afue for the first one, Brad Jackson for the second one. He's put him on a plate. You've got to give the centre forwards credit for being in the right position at the right time. It was only a matter of time before they started to go in for us. We've been knocking on the door for the last 7 games, created so many chances, and although we've not got a bad goals for, we still should be, in my opinion, 10 goals better off. We've missed some good chances. We've missed lots of chances in games. You only go. I mean, we've just said it. We allude to South Shields top of the league. The amount of chances we could create against the side at the top of our league was frightening, and their manager backed that up. I'm not one to sit there and take credit from a manager that says, "Oh, Radcliffe were a better team. We got beat 3-0." But when you look at the chances we created away on a Tuesday night after a 3-hour drive, then today it was really important that we backed that up, which we have done, and we've got our rewards.
2 out of the 3 forwards grabbing a goal as well today. How much do you think that'll help with their confidence as well?
Yeah, listen, we've not got favouritism in the team, and we've not got players that we'd like to score more. But it's really pleasing to see both your number 9s, or I say number 9s, 9 and your 10, whatever the numbers are. But it's really pleasing. Jordan's been champing at the bit. He's had a great performance away last Saturday at Oxford, in my opinion. He come on Tuesday night, worked I can't really say that, can I? Worked himself into the ground, and I was unlucky not to score. And today, positioning, great finish. He scored a similar goal against Marine a couple of seasons ago. And Rio just works so hard to be in the right position at times. He's so desperate to score goals, and I'm not saying Jordan's not, or our other centre forwards aren't, but Rio wants to score goals, and Jordan might stand there and say he wants to score goals, but he's got that appetite and he has that desire and determination, Rio, to get in the right areas. Whereas Jordan today, Michael's found him in space. He's worked really well to get his space, and what a great finish by Jordan.
Certainly was. Now our attention turns to Southport next Saturday in the FA Cup. A good opportunity to make some progress as well, but we know it won't be easy.
No game's easy, as you've seen. South Shields have gone to Southport today, stalemate, draw on a big pitch. You'd expect South Shields to go and impose herself on Southport today, who had a great start, but they've done something we couldn't do against South Shields, which is contain them to a clean sheet. So we know that Southport Tails are going to be up coming into the game. They need to sort of kickstart their season, and we know that we don't want to be the side that sort of gives them that opportunity and platform to do that. So we'll work hard Tuesday, Thursday in training, prepare as well as we can. We have done for the last 8 games, and make no bones about it, we want to have a good cup run. The club don't ever sort of emphasise that you have to do this, you have to do that, but on a personal level for me and Jono, it'd be really good to have a good cup run. We've been a part of it last good run 7-8 years ago. It brings the town together, it brings the supporters together, it brings everybody together. It's a great opportunity if you have a good group to be on TV. So yeah, we'll take the game as serious as we can, like we do every other game, and hopefully we fall the right side of it.
And then finally, just in one word, what do you want to see from your Radcliffe side next Saturday?
Exactly the same as what we've seen in the last 8 games. Bodies getting in the box, working out off the ball. Obviously, we want to limit the mistakes we've made in the previous 8 games where it's cost us, but that's the same for every single team in the league. But yeah, we're on the front foot, we're creating chances, we're playing with a smile on our face. Even when we're not winning games of football, we still look good, our identity's there, we're appeasing the supporters, everybody's happy, but even more so when you win. And I just think we need to build on that now. Let's go on a run. We might not win the next 5 or 6, but let's certainly go put a good run together where we're not getting beaten, we're not gifting goals to the opposition, and make them work hard for their goals like we have to do. But if you'd have asked me where you wanted to be after 8 games, I'd not rip your arm off, because we want to be better, not that we expect to be better. But when you look at the games we've lost, it's been fine margins. I thought it was outstanding against Spennymoor Ray, didn't win. We went to Leamington where we weren't great, but had a penalty that we missed. So there's opportunities where we find ourselves on 12 points, but potentially we could be on 15, 16, where we're in and around the top 4. So we just got to keep going, keep believing, and just take every game at once.